How's it going, guys? I'm here to review From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996.
You be cool. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Low profile. You understand the meaning of the words low profile?
Sure. Two of America's most dangerous.
This movie is directed by Robert Rodriguez. He did Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Machete. He did all these other movies. He also even directed a Mandalorian episode, which is really cool. But yes, he is responsible for this film as well, and this movie stars Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney. This movie also stars Tom Savini, Salma Hayek, Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, Michael Parks, Danny Trejo. They're all in this movie too as well. The plot for this movie revolves around two brothers. They're on the run from the cops because they escaped prison. And yeah, they're running from the cops. They're running from the Texas Rangers. They need to cross the Mexican border to go to Mexico and to meet their rendezvous. I can't even pronounce the word. Rendezvous. Fuck it, I cannot pronounce it. But yes, that at El Rey in Mexico. But they have to kidnap hostages in order to get a safe passageway to go to Mexico without getting caught by the security, pretty much. And once they pass the security lines, the border, it's at night, so they're gonna play it cool and undercover, and that's when they go to the Titty Twister Bar. The Titty Twister Bar is pretty much a bar that's in the middle of nowhere, and it's open from dusk till dawn, and especially it's in Mexico, and they think it's just an ordinary, crazy Mexican, bar that has booze, women, just a typical out crazy bar. But what they don't know is that this bar is run by vampires, and this bar is open from dusk till dawn, and thus you have the name From Dusk Till Dawn.
Have taken hostages.
What is this? It's called a punch. I'm going to ask you one question, and all I want is a yes or no answer. Do you want to live through this?
Yes.
Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
So now the vampires are trying to kill all their guests, the motorcycle gangs, a lot of more characters in this movie, and they're trying to kill the original gang, the hostages and the criminals. So the criminals and the hostages, they have to work together. The Gecko brothers, Seth and Richie Gecko. Seth Gecko is played by George Clooney. Richie is played by Quentin. They have to work with their hostages, or the family they held hostage, in order to survive the night. They have to stop the vampires before dawn, pretty much. They have to try to escape, try to survive till dawn. So that's the plot From Dusk Till Dawn in a nutshell. Just two brothers kidnapping a family, using them as a ticket to crossing the border, and then they decided to stop at a bar at night, and they don't know the bar is run by vampires, and they have to work together to survive the night. That's pretty much the plot. So what did I think of this movie? This movie is amazing. It's a classic. I love this movie. This is one of those late 90s horror movies that's just so good. It's one of the best 90s movies, 90s movies, and one of the best 90s horror movies of all time, if not one of the best horror movies of all time. And this is a pretty damn good vampire movie as well. The special effects in this movie is great. The story is great. You're invested in these characters. You love George Clooney's character and Richie's character, which is played by Quentin. You just pretty much love all these characters. They have their own duos. They have their own chemistry, dynamic. It works well in this movie. The soundtrack is really good. The score is really good. It has interesting plot points in this movie. The vampires look really, really cool, look really terrifying.
Is all that stands between them and freedom.
This is my kind of place.
But it's going to be one hell of a night.
We might be in trouble.
This is one of those B horror movies that's just so fun to watch. This movie, it starts off like a crime thriller type movie, and it just goes straight to vampire horror in the third act in this movie, which is really cool. It's like a twist, and I think it worked well in this movie. I really loved it. And who could forget Salma Hayek's performance in this movie? The dancing is pretty much one of the highlights about this movie. There's really nothing bad I can say about this movie. I really love this movie. Even the dialogue, the quotes from these characters, especially from Seth Gecko, one of the best lines of all time. Like, he has so many good one-liners, best quotes, best dialogue in this movie. It's just a really good movie. Like, these characters are good, the score is good, the special effects is good, the vampires are good. I love how this movie started from start to finish. It's just a really good movie. And yes, Michael Parks, he plays a Texas Ranger in this movie. I forgot his name, damn. But it's the same Texas Ranger from Kill Bill and Planet Terror and Death Proof, which is really cool. Oh, I just realized his name. It was Earl McGraw. That's his name, Earl McGraw. So what would I rate this movie out of 10? This movie is good, man. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. It's a really, really good movie. Yes, some cheesy moments here and there, some cheesy dialogues from other characters, but it's still an enjoyable movie to watch, and I love it. So that was my quick review of From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996, and I'll get to the straight-to-DVD sequels in the next reviews, but we'll talk about that soon. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
The fucking vampires out there trying to get in here and suck our fucking blood.
Now, their only chance is to fight back.
Oh, yeah!
Harvey Keitel, George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, Juliette Lewis.
Welcome to slavery.
No thanks. I already have a wife.
From dusk till dawn.